Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're diving into a piece of tech that could totally change how you record your flights. Imagine a system that automatically tracks and streams every single moment in the cockpit, without you ever having to lift a finger. Let's get into it. So, let me ask you this. Have you ever been so deep in your checklists, maybe fighting a tricky crosswind, that you completely forgot to hit the record button? You nailed the landing, taxi back to the hangar, and then that sinking feeling hits you. You miss the whole thing. It's a frustration I think every pilot who's ever tried to record their flights knows way too well. And you know that frustration? That's really just the tip of the iceberg. It's all part of a bigger issue, something we can call the pilot's dilemma when it comes to in-flight recording. Because it goes way beyond just forgetting to press a button. The whole process is just packed with potential headaches. Think about all the little things that go wrong. You're trying to get a mobile hotspot to connect. You're dealing with aircraft power that dips and resets your gear during engine start. Or worse, you're fumbling with cameras during takeoff or approach, exactly when your attention needs to be 100% outside the cockpit. And hey, even if you get all of that right, the audio is usually a garbled mess of engine noise, right? So what's the fix? Well, the answer isn't just a fancier action camera. It's a dedicated, professional solution that's been designed from the ground up specifically for the unique environment of a cockpit.
And that's where the RPI Streamer comes in. Look, this is not just another GoPro on a suction cup. It's a purpose-built system. The real magic is that it taps directly into your aircraft's radio, so you get that crystal clear ATC and intercom audio. Then it streams everything live through your phone's hotspot. It's just a massive leap forward in both quality and reliability.
Now, the standard workflow is already a huge improvement. Before you take off, you just open an app on your phone and tap Start Flight. The streamer takes over from there. Once you've landed and parked, you tap End Flight. Simple. No more fumbling with gear in the air. But it still relies on that one component that can sometimes fail. You. You still have to remember to do it. And that, right there, brings us to the real game changer. What if we could take the pilot out of the loop entirely? Let's look at how this manual approach really stacks up against a system that is truly fully automated. Now, seriously, just think about that for a second. What if the entire process of tracking, recording, and streaming your flight required absolutely zero, nothing, no input from you at all, from the second you flip on the master switch to the moment you shut the engine down after a flight? Okay, look at this. The difference is just night and day. With the manual systems, you're still pressing record, you're still configuring hotspots. The automated system, it just is. It powers on by itself, it's got its own 4G connection, its own high-precision GPS. Your workload goes from being one more thing on the checklist to literally zero. And it's built with its own power autonomy, so it completely survives those power dips during engine starts. This thing is a professional-grade tool through and through. So here's how that automated workflow actually plays out. You get in the plane, you flip the master switch, and the system wakes itself up. It quietly acquires a GPS lock and connects to the 4G network. Then, using some really smart algorithms, it detects when you've actually taken off and starts streaming all by itself. When you land and shut down, it intelligently ends the session. It is the absolute definition of a set-it-and-forget-it solution.
So you might be wondering, how does it actually pull all this off? It sounds like magic, right? Well, let's take a quick peek under the hood and see the tech that makes this whole zero workload experience possible.
The secret sauce is really in all its smart features. It can use the aircraft power or even just movement to wake itself up. These intelligent algorithms can actually tell the difference between you just taxiing around and an actual flight, so it only records what's important. It's got smart power management with a battery backup, which means it survives power fluctuations and always shuts down gracefully, so your recordings are never corrupted. Oh, and get this. Once it's installed, you can manage the whole thing from a remote web panel. You might never have to physically touch the device again. All right, so it's pretty clear the automated system is the way to go. So the next logical question is, which one is the right fit for the kind of flying you do? It really comes down to two main flavors. You've got the Voyager and the Endurance. And honestly, the choice is pretty simple. It all boils down to your typical flight duration. The Voyager is the more compact unit, perfect for those typical 2 to 4 hour flights. The Endurance? Well, that's the heavy hitter. It's got a much bigger battery for those long-haul flights that can go 6, 8, even more than 12 hours. So, who's the Voyager for? It's absolutely perfect for flight schools that need to log every training flight. It's ideal for local sightseeing tours or for pilots who fly smaller aircraft where every inch of space is precious. It gives you all that core automation just in a really compact and cost-effective package. The Endurance, on the other hand, is really built for the long haul.
Think about those long cross-country flights, commercial operations, or any kind of mission-critical job where you absolutely cannot afford to lose tracking. And here's a cool bonus. Its beefy power system can actually be used to provide stable, clean power to some of your other cockpit gadgets.
You know, when you put this level of automation together with hardware that was built specifically for an airplane, you're looking at something that's much more than just a convenient camera. This is really the future of flight tracking, something that's a seamless, almost invisible part of the aircraft's own systems.
And that really says it all, doesn't it? This is the whole point. It is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it solution for aviation. It's about taking one more task completely off the pilot's plate, reducing your workload, and absolutely guaranteeing that every single flight is captured perfectly every time.
So, the final question really is for you. As pilots, we are always looking for ways to increase safety and reduce our cognitive load in the cockpit. So, are you ready to embrace zero workload flight tracking and just never miss a moment again? That's all for today. Fly safe.